welcome back. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm back again with another Love is Blind Season 6 Part 2 review, and I'm back with my girl, Fallon.
Hello.
Or at Sally Berry. And she was back with me last time. You guys saw us. Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time, make sure you hit the like button and hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications. Do all of that so you can just stay in the loop with us and the content I have coming out on my channel. So we're gonna just dive right on in.
Child. I said, first of all, I was mad that they only give us 3 little measly episodes.
3 from the very hefty serving.
Exactly. And then
we got the first time.
Reduction. So they gave you a little bit to sample it. Now they got you addicted, so they give you only 3.
Right.
But it was some foolishness yet again. Lots of foolishness.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
I'll let you probably got the notes or things how you want to do it.
Yeah, I'm kind of like more organic this week. I
Okay.
wanted to come in like because I feel like we've gotten more acclimated with the cast. And
Okay, yeah.
Like the character. Why do I want to say characters? But it's like
cast members, characters, same thing. Because some people are acting out, okay,
in character
and acting up.
So, but yeah, like jumping in, like immediately, I was so excited to watch that next episode. See what the heck was gonna happen after we left off where Jimmy and Chelsea were like in that last little oddness.
She blew up on him because of the way or the lack of affection that she was giving.
Right.
But then it was very it was like nothing was good enough for his answer. And it really read off like of her insecurities.
Right.
And so it was very like everything was like, okay, he said, she said, you haven't kissed me all day. He's like, why did I kiss you? And then it was like, and it just kept, she was like, well, this, and it just kept, she kept poking the bear. And then she was like, I've been feeling, so he's like, oh, so it's just for today, right? And she was like, no, actually, it was the past 2 days.
Yes, but let's bring it back a little bit. And real quick, we do have to toast, real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers to the second
Megan Fox
portion.
Because Megan Fox is all up and through here.
Megan Fox. Cheers.
She's a fox.
Ooh, that's nice.
Oh, this is nice. It's really fruity.
Pinot.
Okay, you teach
One
me.
of my favorites.
You learned me something.
All right. Keep you cultured, That's what I do.
I appreciate it. Smooth like water.
But yeah, like the first episode, they're getting ready to wrap up Paradise, right?
Okay.
So that's pretty much where they're at because they're still on the beach. I think they do the horseback riding.
Oh, okay.
Johnny and Amy did that. They seem like they're getting off really well. What was so odd for me though was the boat scene with Kenneth and Brittany. It was awkward.
Listen, the way, because they always be like, the edits.
I feel like, no, it's very much giving the flame is descending at rapid pace.
Yes, I will say that, like, going back to the edits, the way they made it seem was like, basically, AD asked him about, how would she feel about, she's raising black children. And like, is she going to be able to handle that? Whoop-de-woo, yada, yada. And I feel like the way they're editing and the way it's perceived is like, that planted a seed. But it's a smart question to ask. Because any minority, it doesn't matter. Any minority should like, okay, how you feel? Like, is she going to be able, you know what I mean? So it wasn't wrong for her to ask those questions. And you can see that the black cast members were like really bonding because honestly it's just them 3 on the all 3 of them on the thing. So I feel like the way it seemed is like basically she asked that question and then now he's just in like deep thought and I was like, my guy, what you doing?
What's going on?
And she's over there, she's trying her hard.
She's like, touch me. You can touch me more.
Touch me.
Right. Touch. Doom, doom, doom.
And he's over there like just a lump of a log, not even, I don't know, like it was very, like you said, it was very awkward. And I'm like, first of all, Shawty is popping. She's bad. Her body's banging. Beautiful. She is, and she's like sweet and genuine, and she's making an effort. And I remember you said that he wasn't her first black guy. And so
like she had told him she's dated black men before. She's more used to it. Yeah, and this is his first time dating a white girl.
And it seemed in the way. So basically, it just seemed like since AD had that conversation, now he's like in this deep thought, and he can't even enjoy the moment that they are together. Yeah, which is so crazy. And she's really thinking like this is weird because if she's dated black men before, she was like, I know we're supposed to be waiting with God and all this kind of stuff, but she's like, I felt so bad. I don't know if I'm jumping too far ahead, but like,
no, it's okay.
How it when they got back home, and he's just, now that he has his phone, and now he's just
on his phone,
thumbs McGee,
and then going to work, trying to get back into his routine. Yeah, I think that was a bit of an adjustment.
I was like,
we could go ahead and run through it like this. Like, they had the scene on the boat, then they get back. He's with his devices. She's with her devices.
But she's like trying to make the house a home.
Right.
Packing, asking him, trying to be like, and I get it. Like some people like to wind down differently, and some people aren't quick to like take all their stuff out. Like everybody has their own thing.
Right. And she was more like, let's go ahead and get unpacked. Let's get it feeling
and
familiar.
That's okay. Like some people can react differently, but he was so. Again, the ads.
Right.
But no, like it was one thing to be like, oh, you're so thankful to have your phone.
Yeah.
But the fact that you let this girl up in the room by herself, like she the maid, like I see you with your maid outfit like you always say. Like she's probably the maid, and you're over there just like
right.
And then like, and then like getting his hair done and getting it retwist.
And he got back home so late.
Yeah.
And I could just tell it was when he was in that phone like that.
He was in it.
He was disconnected, and I just felt like when she brought that to him in the kitchen scene, which was another hard,
so horrible to watch.
Hard to watch. Like never. Right. It just gave me this scabies a little bit. Like it was definitely hard to watch
because she was not trying to break up with him, and he was like not understanding, and he I don't know if it's his insecurities or if he was looking for a way out.
Yeah,
because the way he was so easily ready to just be like,
he went upstairs. He was like, all right, what you on, bro? He said, what you on?
He was like,
you know how when you call, like, what you on? Like, I'm trying to see, are you busy or are you?
Listen, you trying to go to the club or not?
Like, I'm finna be over there.
Yeah, basically, but it was like she was talking about, I wish, basically. You ain't acting like the brothers that I messed with before. You see all this body, yada. Right. You're not even all up on me. And he was like, I'm trying to be. He was like, I get that you're trying to be respectful, but she was even trying to say like, I don't desire you.
Right.
She was just saying like, I
don't have that crave
because you're not. Yeah, and I feel like that was a bad word to use. Because he's probably like, if you don't crave for me, mean you don't like me, you don't find me attractive.
She was like, that's you.
Yeah. Like, that's a you problem.
That's on you.
Buddy, that's a we problem.
Yeah.
Primarily, it's a you problem. Yeah. Because, unfortunately, he missed it. I felt like
I feel her.
She's basically saying, you're not on my body like you like me. So therefore, I'm not really like. She was like, at least I can get waiting for marriage, but can a bitch be tempted?
We can't even get to the it's so hard, Gotta back up. Gotta take a cold shower. Y'all haven't even built up that type of chemistry yet.
Can you touch my
the
body?
Fire and desire?
Yeah, and so he's over there like, I mean, if you don't like it, if you don't have to crave for me, that's a you problem. So
I have that for you.
Do you? Because all the thing you've been craving is your touch screen.
Because as soon as they broke up, he was like,
and I'm like,
so my emails.
I get that you're a principal or whatever.
Right.
But it is the principle of the situation that you literally ignore this girl while she's trying to make this house a home, trying to build y'all life together, trying to come together, figure things out. You leave her up alone like she's Molly the maid,
right?
Like she the help,
right?
And you're all up on your phone, like, sir, do you even want this woman?
Yeah.
Are you not? I guess you're not pressed, but the fact that Kenneth was so easily like, and that could be like,
I'm out.
Yeah, and that could be like a self-defense mechanism, because that's what it was giving me. Like, he's misunderstanding what she's saying. She's saying, I don't have that crave or that desire because she's trying to say like, oh, I would like for you to, to be more touchy-feely, to, I feel like there's no chemistry because
she talked about affection.
And like she's saying,
very
affectionate, and he's like, oh, I thought.
Wasn't it so funny on the boat where she was like, oh yeah, because I'm really affectionate, but you don't really seem that affectionate, and he was like, I've never heard that before.
I said, sir.
Could it be? I feel like, could it really be that he was just like, this is not what I want?
I don't know, because this is the thing. And again, it's, editing.
Of course.
Because when they were talking Kiki and in the pods, and you knew this was a white girl. You already know, because you identify as a black male.
She identifies as a white woman.
Yeah. So, I don't know, like, I can't say or imagine that AD's little question, a necessary question, especially as it seems like y'all are like brother, sister, whatever. I don't know. But y'all have this bond, especially one of the few black people that are there.
Right.
Her questions were valid. And so, especially with you being if you're so quote unquote pro-black and like very, you hear with it.
Right.
It makes it seem like that one question had him thinking crazy. Now he don't know how to act around her. Now he don't know. But at the end of the day, he's a man, she's a woman.
Yeah.
And he wasn't trying to even like push up on her. Like, he wasn't giving her any type of indication that he would, like,
even after they had talks about affection and physical touch.
Yeah, because they talked about it on the boat, and he was like, oh, I was just trying to be respectful. Well, once you got the green light, you got the green light. People be talking about consent. You got the consent.
She over consent. She said, you can actually touch me more.
Touch me.
You can actually touch my body. All of the touching. Boom cat.
And he's like, oh yeah, okay. But now you gotta get back to the house. You over here making love to your phone. What is happening?
Yeah. But I feel bad for them. I feel like maybe the discussion of race will come back around. Yeah. Or maybe after he's had a chance to kind of get through the stuff, hopefully we'll see. Maybe he'll get a chance to talk to the boys or something and really communicate. Or talk to his family and really we could probably figure out how this happened, how we got to this.
Because it was definitely no, I did, and I do, and
but it might not have felt right once they got into the real world. Do you think maybe he's one of those people? Because us as black people, it's certain people that desire building black family.
Yeah. And if you desire building black family, then you probably shouldn't have went on Love Is Blind.
I'm not saying that's what he.
Love Is Black.
I'm not saying, I'm not saying that's what he wanted, but it could have been stuff that he realized, knowing that we're headed down the altar.
Yeah, it's a reality.
Now I have to think about
how am I perceived by truly? How am I going to be perceived by my family, by my peers, by society?
Yeah, my friends.
By my friends.
Yeah.
And it is real. Like, dating outside your race is a real thing. Mm-hmm. There are obstacles.
Yeah. But moving on to the next couple, because we could talk all day. It could be a whole episode with just breaking down the awkward silences.
Because, child, we need more time for all these other crazy relationships. Enough.
So let's go to your favorite.
What, Chelsea?
Chelsea and Jimmy.
Chelsea, girl.
First of all, you set yourself up for the okie doke at that kitchen counter.
Lord.
Let's get straight to that count after the friends left.
Okay.
After them friends left, you set yourself up. You walked into everything Jimmy said. Well, I'm not going to say that because I'm not going to give Jimmy all that power like you just did it all, Chelsea. But you did walk into a few things. Like, why would you be like, hey, watch your stupid show with you? And then we went upstairs.
What you said? And I had he was like, oh, we about to.
And he was like,
Uno reverse.
Like, honestly, I could have took a break from that
too. Shots fired.
Why would you say that to anybody you're sleeping with currently?
Why? It's called 911. I said, she got shots. Pew, pew. Oh my gosh. I was like, child, shots are fire. And so I was like, why would she say that? Like, I said, and see, this is the thing with
girl, first of all, if you enjoyed the sex, you shouldn't be bringing it back
because honestly, we have you on camera. Since you've been with this man, you've been over his business. You're saying huge. You're constantly kissing him. You're constantly reaching out to him. You're constantly doing the things, and so it's like we got you on camera.
She was gabbing to the other ladies about how they had already did it.
She wanted to brag, and now that stuff done came back.
And it was so great. If he knocking your socks off in real life, you shouldn't have never brought that up.
But see, it's giving,
even if it wasn't, y'all are dating, y'all are together.
It's giving that again. She done put this man as a trophy. To her, he's a trophy. She's already admitted to her being insecure, not having enough experience.
To her.
People don't.
Which I get it.
Like, listen, bitch, I get it. We've been there. We get it.
What do you know?
Listen. But it's so sad because it's like, and you were talking about you were healed and whatever, but all that stuff came all up. Basically, you aren't healed. And, this
wouldn't be the first time.
It wouldn't be the first.
You're not the only first cast member in the first season.
When you go on these shows, like, those type of things do happen.
It comes out. Yeah. Stuff that you thought you were healed from, stuff that you thought you were so moved on from, it comes back out when you're faced. On this show, you've been chasing this man up and down the street. You've been chasing him, and then with the T-Rex run,
and then she said something else that I was like, why would you say it? She said something else like self-deprecating, like she said something else.
And then she was talking about the kissing, like, you didn't kiss me once today, and then Jimmy disputed that, like, oh, I actually gave you a kiss on your cheek, and then you were getting ready, I gave you a kiss right here.
Child, and
that's 2 kisses.
And then she said, you didn't kiss me at all today after he had just kissed her. I said, oh girl, this evidence is not gonna run back in court. It's not gonna go good for you. but it's unfortunate because her insecurity is rearing its ugly head. Mm. However, he's created this environment for her insecurity to flourish and thrive. Like he's not giving her I guess he's just giving her enough, but like, obviously, the lack of affection, the lack of physical touch, or, all that kind of stuff, kisses or what have you.
How much they tell each other, I love you, how much she says, I love you.
And it's not looking good for you to be like, you don't tell me I'm pretty. Girl, you got to learn that about yourself. You got to feel that way about yourself.
I mean, of course I understand.
But I get what you're saying.
If you're dating somebody, if y'all are going out on a date, you got all dressed up, maybe you put some on new or something like that, did your hair differently, something like that. Yeah. Maybe you added a different little wing to your eyeliner, something you wanted him to notice.
You want him to hype you up.
You wanted him to notice that you put effort into making sure you look good for him. So I understand. I feel like every girl feel like that in a relationship. They do need acknowledgement. Yeah. I am keeping myself up. But,
the thing, now that I think about it, I just remember what happened. She goes crazy because her insecurity, she basically...
The photo!
It
was in my head, but then it left my head. I forgot all about that. I was bring it up, and I forgot.
Listen, so basically, she pulled like a Trump. Trump basically said, whatever he's doing, that's what he said other people are doing. He's like, y'all are doing this and that. She was like, I feel like you haven't liked me ever since you seen that photo. You've been acting weird and da. But it's like, maybe ever since he's seen that photo, you've been acting weird because now you're super insecure and you don't. I said, girl, not you talking about yourself.
Not you projecting.
This girl, I said, you projecting. Is you at AMC Theater because you projecting, girl. You was projected. I said, oh no. I said,
oh no, what is she doing?
What is she doing?
What is she doing?
And she was like, and then that's when she started going, she started spiraling.
Snowball.
And I sat there and watched that show with you.
I'm like, damn, what show was it? Duck Dynasty? How bad was it? How bad? What was it? Was it Dr. Pimple Popper? What was it? I don't like that that show.
Me either.
I swear. I might have to.
But again, because of her insecurity, that photo thing, she worked her way up to the photo because she really wanted to talk about the photo.
Yeah.
But she was like, you haven't kissed me. You don't tell me I'm pretty. Like, I mean, you've been like,
we knew it was coming when she mentioned it to her homegirls on the balcony.
Yeah.
We knew it
foreshadowing.
She was.
And so he's like, okay, well, I'm sorry. And like, again, all you can do, if somebody apologizes, you know, you can either accept it or reject it. And she was not, she was rejecting it, even though he said, okay, well, I'll try to do better. Oh my, and your hurts. Your lip. My lip.
Like, I bit the of it, and I was bleeding inside of my mouth, and I thought I was gonna need stitches, but I stayed here to be with you.
Because I'm the victim. If I'm making fuss. That's how he was like, I bit my lip for you. He hit her with the damn Denzel.
But then I like how the next day, this is completely on brand for Chelsea. She crazy. So the next day, she's completely normal. Jimmy ended up leaving. Cause first she threatened to leave.
Yeah.
Then Jimmy ended up for real leaving.
I need some space for real. He said, you gotta do is tell me once.
Where's my little toiletry bag? My floss, my charger, and I am period poo. And the next day, it's completely like 180. Like she laying in the bed.
First of all, I was like,
don't ever leave me again.
I'm like, is this okay, I'm sure the edits are crazy. But I was confused because I thought they had already squashed it because she was so happy and genuinely happy to see him.
That's what I thought too.
But then it was revealed that he's just getting back. Yeah. So y'all haven't even discussed about what happened last night.
Like, don't leave me again.
Yeah, like you're just you
left.
You literally
said you were gonna leave. So I actually wanted to leave first.
So I'm not gonna be up in here
by myself. I can go to my nice studio apartment.
You know how nice it is.
You remember how it looked. You want to live there.
You want to live there. But the fact that she was so like sweet and like super happy, I thought they had reconciled already. Only to find out that he's just getting back.
Yeah. And
they haven't even talked about the incident that happened last night, which basically, again, she's basically like, I just gotta take it, suck it up, or I'm so sorry. Like,
so you're feeling dumb. You feeling dumb about what you said. When anybody would, if I had said something like that, but I would have walked it back too.
But yeah, it's like she need to listen. It's not that she don't have she has valid reasons to feel like he's not giving her what she desires,
right,
or what she needs to function in a relationship,
her delivery.
Healthy. Yeah. Her delivery, and on top of her insecurities, is getting lost in her insecurities. It's getting lost in the sauce.
For sure.
And Buddy's like, and he ain't new to the game.
Right.
This might be a new situation to you where you have the popular guy or whatever. You don't put this man on the pedestal.
Right.
But this man, he be on dates.
Right.
He be out here in these streets.
Right.
Buddy got a good job. Buddy got a good house. Yeah. Buddy got a good, huge, whatever. According to her words,
or deny.
And obviously the sex is bomb because
according to
Chelsea. So I'm like, again, he's alright. Like, this ain't. If anything, it's new to him that he's not dating somebody that looks like all of his exes, aka Jessica. Hey girl. So it's unfortunate because I feel like she's putting this man on a pedestal, and so even though she has these grievances, now she's gonna take back all that she said.
Yeah.
Hopefully he gives her, grace, or gives her actually what she needs. She needs more than grace. She needs you to not be creating an environment of insecurity by like maybe being more affectionate. Like, y'all need to learn each other's love languages. Okay, let's acknowledge we got different ones. Let's learn each other's love languages. Let's try to do this.
They truly just need to take a couple steps back.
Child, you don't like that girl.
Try to get. I think he loves her.
He loves that she loves him.
We're gonna move right along.
We're gonna move right along. That was it.
Because we're gonna come back around to them when we go to Laura and Jeremy.
Child, let me remember what Laura and Jeremy is. Oh, the redhead dude and the Spanish girl?
No.
Oh,
Laura, the boss, the bean dip.
Shout out to Laura. Laura. Oh my gosh. Because he was out with old girl. I just remembered.
Yes. Jeremy, what you think? So you were out till 5 a.m. in the parking lot.
First of all, play it down. How you gonna send your location and then
go to her house?
And then go to her.
That's where Sarah Ann lives. I knew where you were at 5 a.m.
How you go?
Why would you leave your location on if you didn't want me to look at it?
First of all, not you trying to.
Child. Goodbye, Jeremy. Jeremy had zero energy for that conversation. Then he tried to act frustrated.
He only wanted to get high when he got caught. Then he was like, oh my God.
He was like, yes.
And then she's like, I'm out. Cut the cameras.
Right. I'm done. Like, Laura is a whole grown woman, and I feel like that was super disrespectful. You didn't have nothing to talk to this girl about to know.
He wanted sex.
After 12.
He wanted sex.
You should have never been. That was so inappropriate. He wanted sex. That was so inappropriate.
No, it's very inappropriate. It's a violation of trust. It's a violation of what you're trying to build or what you claim to want to build with her.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, Laura fits your narrative.
Yeah.
Laura fits the life that you want to live, the life that you have for yourself. However, you was trying to see what that thing do with what's the girl name?
Sarah Ann.
With Sarah Ann, because Sarah Ann is up to
y'all had all the sexual chemistry from day one,
and you even mentioned it, and I told you that what did I say on the first one, on the first pod? I said he over here sexually giddy up, whatever. Even though old girl wasn't really a OnlyFans person, the energy that she's giving is that, and she went ham once
the DM.
Yeah, she went ham in the DM.
Like if there's any chance, reconsidering your choice.
And now he knows what she looks like, just like how.
So now the doors of the church are open.
Child,
the doors of Sarah Ann.
The doors of Sarah Ann was open in the box.
Yes,
and she was flirty and she really liked him. And it's not her fault in the sense of like liking this man because, you know, you get to know each other. Cool. But once he made that decision and your butt slid into them DMs, knowing damn well.
And the way she brought it to Laura meets up with Jessica. We see that at the bar. It's the first time we see Jessica since Out of the Pods. Jessica looks great as usual.
Like a real Megan Fox. Wow.
No, what did Jeremy say? Oh, she looks like a Kardashian. I'm like, that's so generic. She does not look like a Kardashian.
She don't look like a Kardashian. The only thing
that's so generic just because she has dark hair.
Look, she look like a Kardashian what? Because she look like money, smelled like money, look like money.
She definitely look like money. Definitely look like she got.
She look like
her coin. She's in her bag.
She's looking like a child. She's in her bag and she can buy 2 more.
Right. Like, girl, but yes, I love that that was just such a girlfriend moment because we know that Laura and Jess are close. Again, she was like, "You in danger, girl. Like, get out of here."
I would never forget that when she was like, "Right."
She was like, "He's not your man.
He's not your man."
But yeah, like when they had that sit down and she pulled a DM out and she's like, "Yeah, he double tapped it." First of all, why you love it? You should have left that on red.
Listen,
like, you should have never hearted that message.
I will say, in the man's defense, now, us women, we know, we would prefer that you not give things energy.
Right.
What we like to say, why are you entertaining these hoes?
Right.
You know, because, you know, that's what cable's for, or streaming, or Netflix, okay? But I can understand him thinking like, well, I'm just letting her know, like, all right, whatever. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that. But it's you, then you lose the benefit of the doubt when you smash old girl and leave your notification. You think you slick. Did you think that he probably think like, oh, I sent her my location when I was at the bar.
But no, you shared the location.
Shared it. You were constantly sharing your location. You thought, maybe he thought he sent her a pin.
I think that. I think he really thought she was gonna be asleep by 5 a.m. So it wouldn't even matter. Like,
child.
He was trying to make
it was just dumb.
Oh, it's an alley behind the restaurant.
First of all, when he said that, I said that doesn't make it even better.
That's where all the shenanigans. That's why all the prostitutes be in the alleys. What?
Child, I said
that made me feel better.
It was in the alley, but I said, so you're getting risky in the alley, like regular folks get risky. Like, I mean, that's
like prostitution or teenagers. Who else does that? Like,
we're just in the alley, like
cheating on their spouses. That's what people do when they're cheating on their spouses. They meet in alleys.
Okay.
No. I mean, I don't want to give them too much air because Jeremy, I feel bad for Laura but Laura is a grown woman. She's responsible. She has a good head on her shoulders, and she's gonna make the right decision in this situation. So we're just gonna have to stay tuned.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, even with Jeremy sleeping with Sarah Ann, getting his rocks off, whatever the case, I think Sarah Ann's
gonna be the cheater pumpkin eater season.
Child, I think. See the sad thing again, because Sarah Ann is acting like Chelsea. She done put this
pick me.
Listen, she wanted to be picked, and she done did whatever she needed to do to. And it's not like she's in this by herself, because obviously he's accepting the advances. Mm-hmm. He's accepting of what she's given. So it's not blame. It's not putting her like at the end of the day. She could have shot her shot and just left it at that because hey, this is a once in a lifetime thing. They weren't married. I mean, I'm looking at you with a side eye, but it was up to him because he's now in this committed relationship. He has a fiance. Right. It's up to him to be like, hey, yo, no, it's not going down.
And it's so crazy. Sarah Ann, if she had known, Jeremy had already said, I'm trying to meet Sarah Ann. He had already said that previously in the first 6 episodes, like toward the end. So if Sarah Ann would have just hang back, he would have eventually reached out. So you didn't even have to see that desperate paragraph. Because I saw the chunk of blue on Laura's phone. Because Laura took a picture of the screen. She took a picture of Jeremy's phone.
Listen, she over here.
It was a big chunk.
And the thing about it is, you still might not be in a real relationship or end up getting engaged to this man. He's just going to have fun with you because dudes can have sex without emotion, sex without life. So he's just thinking, again, he said we have so much sexual chemistry. Mm-hmm. He ain't talking about no love. He ain't talking about wanting to wife you, no. So like you're good for he's here for a good time, not a long time. Period. And now he done messed up what he had with Laura.
Yes.
And
because she's out.
She said, I'm done. She said, cut the cameras. I'm dead ass.
Dead ass.
Shout out to Angela. Hey, Johnny and
Amy. I like them. I love them. My thing is with
Johnny.
He's
a crazy man.
Why, Johnny? As old as you are, first of all, it is a surefire coincidence that all the women that you dated were on birth control. Baby, do we ask men to put anything in their bodies that change their testosterone levels?
If you're so scared, you put a condom on. He's
acting like that's not good enough. Like a condom is not good enough.
No, of course. But that's what I'm saying. Like he's acting so like
scary. Like oh my god, you could get pregnant.
Okay, it's a lot easier if you actually are taking the precautions. Like I'm sure she might have an app. She probably knows what the ovulation. She knows what you know what I mean? Like, there's technology. You're over here acting like you don't know how babies work.
You need to be on birth control. Oh my God. It's given, you're like 15 years old. It's
really he was freaking out. And I'm like, literally, together.
I know a married couple who has, in total, like their entire relationship, been together over 10 years. They never had any real pregnancy scares. They've been careful.
You can be careful.
Maturity, and it's you guys being on the same page and being careful.
I get that you're a man and you don't, obviously, you don't know how a woman's body works in the sense of like, ovulation and stuff like that.
Plenty married couples try. They think, oh yeah, we just gotta jump in the sack and get it on, right? Yeah. And then they be like, dang, we're not even getting pregnant.
Yeah, because you having sex on the wrong day.
On the wrong day.
Because apparently you only can get pregnant like once or maybe like a couple
days
out of a month.
Yeah, so you're ovulating.
You can make this work because he's tripping.
And the app monitors all of that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you can take extra precautions as in maybe wearing a condom, pulling out with the condom.
If that's how you feel, because that's what it seems like Johnny gonna be doing. That's what it's giving. And I feel bad for Amy because he's gonna be scary as I don't know what.
I was like, girl.
It's like if he could get past that, like one little hurdle, because that's holding up their physical intimacy.
It's definitely with there. Yeah, it's holding it up because he's so paranoid.
And Amy gonna get tired of that. She is. I could tell she has like a high sex energy, not high like crazy or anything.
But she was like, anybody wants to be
feeling him. She's
like, y'all are kissing and doing all these things. She's like, don't get me all excited.
Right. And like the physical attraction is obviously there for the both of them.
Because they had because everybody even commented about like how they seemed like they were already
on each other,
married and like been together for years. Because everybody was looking at them off the beach like
so lovey-dovey, so like,
he needs to go to therapy because he needs to go to therapy and he might need to get a financial advisor, like not even on the like funny stuff because he's quite traumatized about what he experienced.
And I can understand that. Yeah. Like I experienced hardships in my upbringing as well. So I would never want to bring a child in like some of the situations where I had to be in. So I could definitely feel for him with that, but it's ways.
But also
to behave maturely and responsibly.
Yes. And then on top of that, to like wrap it up, I feel like even with him, like, okay, they're finding different methods. The amount of traumatization that he's experienced and what he's showing, displaying about like being so scary about getting pregnant. Yeah. I don't want this because I might need my finances.
Yeah.
You as the girl, what's the
Amy,
y'all need to figure out what happy number that's gonna be for him to feel like he's financially stable.
Right.
Because that will go on and go on.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't, they need to do therapy and he needs to get a financial advisor to plan for this thing because he's going to be constantly working.
Yeah.
And he's never going to feel like he has enough for a kid.
And
that could prolong, you know what I mean?
It's hard
because he's feeling like he's really adamant about it.
Yeah. They're going to have to, I feel like it's possible for them to get through this though.
No, it's for sure possible.
Really
he just doesn't have the tools for like, and that's what people say, like going to therapy, give you a different perspective. Even like a financial planner can give you a different perspective.
On life.
Because I don't think she was like, oh, I'm going to sit at home or what have you. Or maybe like, at least if she was pregnant, but like still like, he's so like traumatized.
He's like, every year we got to buy a new set of clothes because they're going to grow out of it. Lord, somebody calm his little blue eyes.
That's what I'm saying. Like
down.
He needs to see like how would it function.
AD and Clay to wrap us up.
Child.
I'm going to let you start because Jesus.
Clayton, Clayco.
I be thinking they be doing so good, and then
Clay be like, hold my beer. Clay be like, hold on, let me.
It's a little too perfect right now. Let me shake the table.
I will give Clay this. Shout out to him being open to express his emotion and his thoughts because. It's like, he'll say something crazy, and then you'll like hear, and you be like, okay, like, and then he'll say, like, he'll open up about his emotions and stuff like that. So I will, like, we're literally watching maybe a man who's, not even maybe, we're literally watching a man who grew up in a patriarchal society. He's telling you that he's never seen like a healthy relationship, which is a lot of, again, like, when we say that seeing is believing or we say representation matters, we have to think about it doesn't only apply to like seeing a doll that looks like you.
Right.
Seeing an actress in a movie, like representation matters in all aspects of your life.
Right. Seeing married
couples.
Happily
married couples.
They're not like in shenanigans.
Yeah.
Just doing it for the gram.
Exactly.
And really don't even sleep in the same bed.
Exactly. And so because us women are socialized to want marriage or want a relationship, there's content for us. We can see those things. We can see, like, dudes aren't really socialized like that. They might, unless they see it with their parents, and if they don't, maybe if they see something wrong, like he said, no man has been faithful around me.
Yeah.
And so shout out to like Kev on Stage and like and his wife Mrs. Kev on Stage, Tabitha Brown.
Love them so much.
And Chance,
Angel
and
Tank.
Tanksley.
Love them. Love all of you guys.
Shout out to them, and like I'm sure there's
so many more.
Yeah. But it's like, shout out to the married couples that are really out here wanting to give marriage a good positive image.
Yes.
Because we do see all the dysfunction and things like that.
And they're not placating, like, they're very realistic. Like, marriage be hard.
Shout out to Marriage Be Hard. That's what they need. They need
Check the book out.
They need the book.
They need
Shout
that
out by Mr. and Mrs. Fredericks. Come on stage. And Mrs.
The best-selling authors. Yeah,
yes,
like,
New York bestsellers.
That's definitely a thing. But, like, AD, I feel like she does good at not letting his sometimes cold remarks or sometimes
harsh, off-putting
remarks.
Because if she was to meet him where he's coming to her at, which a lot of people would, because it would be like, child, what? Like, she gives him so much grace. And I saw, like, one creator was talking about, like, you know, shout out to her for giving him grace and giving him, like, basically walking him or treating him with, like, parent gloves on. But it's like, are you going to want to? Yeah, but she wasn't even saying like that. She was being like, are you going to want to keep? A lot of times this happens with women where women are having to be parents, their husbands, boyfriends, whatever. And while they grow, are you going to want to continue to grow and continue to do that?
AD, you remember how she said, you know, she see a red flag, she just paint her nails red to match. So I feel like AD is, she like, oh, I done dealt with way worse than this. But I can whip him into shape like he claims he can whip me into shape in the gym after a baby.
Child,
I'm gonna sit down after a baby, as she should.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. Like she said,
she's like, paint my nails red to match.
I think that was different.
Like, girl, you like them toxic, don't you?
I think what was different is that, and even for myself, and even like you said this, like we're literally watching a man evolve,
right?
Because he'll say these things, but then he'll be so open and candid about his emotions, about like his feelings, about. And I feel like even when he's like, even with him being like sort of standoffish and being like in his mind, like he's really trying to understand and figure out how this work or how to be this man,
right?
But because he's never seen it, and like I've heard different men say like it's hard to be something that you never seen, whether it's being a father, whether it's being a faithful husband. So I think that I feel like he shows these other characteristics of him having a good heart, being the sincerity.
I believe that
of him wanting this black love, but just not knowing how to obtain it and being so scared of like doing something wrong because he doesn't want to break this, and
actually being ready to shift from maybe a playboy type of, you know, lifestyle to settle down one woman for a life lifestyle. I think that might scare him a little bit because he talked about his Guyanese suave father, and I was like, I knew he was African. I knew it was giving toxic African. Shout out to all the Africans. Y'all know I love y'all. But sometimes,
because that's in South America.
Guyana,
is it? Because I look at because you know they be child. I don't know.
Child.
Because I said, now is he French Guyanese? I think that's in Africa, but Guyanese is like, it's like by, I don't know, Venezuela or something.
Oh, okay.
You know, because you know there's like this Africa, because like there's black people there. Yeah. So pretty much all of South America be looking like us.
Yeah.
And darker.
Okay.
But either way, it doesn't matter. Okay. But either way, because it's black people everywhere.
Right.
But
just the suave, the way he just was, you know, emphasizing my dad's so smooth, you know, it's kind of like you want to be like him. So
only because that's your first hero.
Yeah.
And so if your first hero is on some bull.
Also, Brooke probably made your mom mad back in the day.
You know, yeah, and I think we are literally watching somebody trying to evolve and try to become something that he's never seen.
Yeah.
And AD is coming from a whole different perspective. Coming from, you know, not all black people live in the hood. Some of us have amazing vistas.
Right.
Shout out to Baldwin Hills. Like, she's definitely giving like...
It's giving Baldwin
Hills. Like,
she's from Boston, first of all. Come on now. I don't know if y'all ever been there.
It's very expensive.
Very expensive.
But it's like, you know, there's a whole, you know, world that he's never been exposed to. Whether they're rich or not, like you can come from like different areas and see like a man and a woman being in a good relationship.
Yes.
So I think that we're definitely. I can't wait to see what's coming up next. Unfortunately, because that teaser was crazy.
I swear.
I pray that it's like a weird edit that they can make it last and he can like. First of all, They don't be giving them no counselors, no therapists. That's what be pissing me off.
Like Married at First Sight, they at least have the experts and a therapist, like people that have been counseling married people. They don't get nobody.
That's what be missing.
That would help.
Yeah, and he said he was open to, like, I think he said he was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing. It's like he's open to a lot of things
Yeah.
that would normally. Some people that you see, how men are socialized, they're very like, not every man. But so I just hope that they can get it together, because it's like we're literally watching him evolve, and
in real
time, like him thinking that it's okay to say, "I'm gonna whip you. You better
like,
get your ass."
Yeah, you better get your ass. Damn.
And we're
like, that's mean.
Crazy.
So yeah, we'll have to stay tuned.
Yeah, because he's thinking like
shenanigans.
That what comes up with that, because he's thinking he's being helpful as like a gym. It is like
it's giving delivery. You really need to work on it.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
You can't just throw the package out there. You have to deliver it with a little caution.
Handle it with care, as they say.
Right, handle me with care before I go upside your head. AD is basically, she's this close. Thank you guys.
Yes.
For being with me again. Thank you guys so much for being with us again.
Thank you for inviting me. Let me run my mouth.
Yes, of course. You know, you will always have a seat at my table. Please be sure to comment, share this.
Yeah, what do you think about? Do you agree with what we're talking about with these different relationships? Or maybe did we say something that you didn't think about? Or is there something that you wish we should have said that maybe we missed? So leave those in the comments.
Definitely.
Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe.
Yes, make sure you share this with anybody who loves Love is Blind and watching all the madness. All right, you guys, have a great one. Until next time. And cheers for another successful episode.
Shout out to Megan Fox.